Hello everyone and welcome to show number 2 of IDTV 2011.
Numero dos, baby.
I'm your host Stephanie Chong.
And I'm Rudy Solis.
Rudy, I feel like we've been gone a long time, yeah?
It has been a while.
I know, I really missed being here. I think I had a case of separation anxiety. What do I do?
Oh, it's okay. I kind of have that effect on everybody.
Ew, you're so full of yourself.
Stop. What'd you do between the shows?
Nothing much, just busy doing taxes. How about you?
Well, I flew to Paris to film a movie.
Wow, really?
And then I climbed Mount Kilimanjaro. And then I took over as starting center for the Golden State Warriors.
Yeah. You're so lying.
Well, I didn't mean for those to be factual statements.
Sorry, Rudy, but that only works on the floor of the U.S. Senate.
Ouch.
Liar, pants on fire.
All right. You got me. But here is a factual statement. We have a great show today. We have a report about the Green Business Program here at CCSF.
A visit to a sustainable farm, behind-the-scenes peek at Digital Library, internetarchive.org.
A Best of SF, and we end with special musical guest, Mira. Now, we lead off with Stephanie welcoming solo performer Paulo Zambrano.
Imagine writing and performing a show about your own suicide attempt and having it be well received here in San Francisco. Our first guest, former City College student Paulo Zambrano, did just that. Hi, Paulo. Welcome to the show.
Hey, Stephanie. Thanks for having me.
It's a pleasure to have you here. Paulo, attempting to kill yourself is such a heavy topic for a show. How did you decide to publicly expose such personal event?
I guess even as it was happening to me, I always saw the absurdity in it. I mean, I tried to hang myself with a PlayStation controller, for God's sakes. But I mean, like, I never really had a shame complex about it growing up. I'd always be telling people these stories, and they always kind of skewed towards funny for some reason. So when it came to write the show, it just kind of came natural. Like, yeah, I'm going to write about the times I tried to kill myself in high school.
That's really interesting. So Biposer, how did you come up with that title?
It's a play on being bipolar, where you sort of like these really high highs and these low lows, and you deal with the crippling psychosis. You're really creative and energetic. Then you get super down. So it's kind of grappling with me grappling with wanting to be like bipolar, but then sort of, am I just depressed, or do I just hear voices? So, you know, I'm a poser, so.
Right, so you write the play, you perform it, and you actually finance it from your own pockets as well, yeah?
Yeah, when I did the run in September, I financed half of it, and I was able to fundraise half of the budget on Kickstarter.com, so, you know, thank God for that. And I want to shout out to my director, W. Kamal Bell. He's doing big things. I really appreciate the support on his end, so.
Wow, that's really amazing. So last week, I understand that IDTV caught up with you downtown, where you perform at a theater. Yeah, let's take a look at it.
We're here at Stageworks Theater in San Francisco, just around the corner from where the Borders used to be, over in Union Square. It holds about 65 maximum, legally fire marshal mandated. But this is one of the great spots to do solo performance, actually. Ty, the owner, is super cool to work with. I couldn't think of working with anyone else, performing the show anywhere else. Here, my debut show, it's definitely it's weird in a good way, having it written, performing it as like a full Biposer 75 minutes on my own. That definitely raised the stakes. So I have this really neurotic, this really strange kind of ritual that I do pretty much every night I did the show. So I can show you right now if you'd like. Like, let's take a look. Like, yeah, this is backstage. Most people don't get to see this part. It's the dressing room. And yeah, I do this every night before I did performed. When I was doing the full run of Biposer, I would take the script, right, lay down every single page, all 17 pages of it, all 75 minutes of it, just like on this entirety of this table, like, say. And I don't know, I think it was like an affirmation of sorts, like, yeah, I know this. It helped scale things. Because I'd be like, I'd just look over the script before the show would start, and I'd realize, I can do this. I remember this. This isn't the biggest deal. So, like, you know, once I get to intermission, which is like right here, I'd be like, there's only 5 pages of the show left. Why don't you just take yourself home, Paulo? This is it.
So, Paulo, I understand Biposer is returning, yeah?
Yep.
Yay! So you're gonna perform a snippet from the show for us today.
Yeah, sure am.
Yeah. Take it away, Paulo.
Do you remember your first time? Like, you never thought it was going to happen, and then you find yourself doing it. Like, how did it feel like? What was the mood? Was there music playing? I'm not talking about losing your virginity. I'm talking about your first suicide attempt. That was my first suicide attempt, and for obvious reasons, it didn't end up with me on the floor bleeding out, or that being a Spanish class, sangradoing all over the suelo. I mean, I was too brash. I didn't know what I was doing. It was more like poke, 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 drawn upside down, cross, drawn upside down, cross. Girl next to me asked if I'm okay. But all of my suicide attempts in the future were all marked by the same thing, the quest for the perfect suicide note. You know what? Let's write one now. Dear world, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to, but I did. And there was nothing you could have done about it. Yeah. If you want to see the rest of my suicide notes, come see by Poser. You know, kill yourself laughing before I actually kill myself.
Wow, Paulo, you're a really great actor.
Oh, thank you.
Well, I would like to thank you once again for joining us here in the studio. We wish you all the best, all right? And everybody, please be sure to catch his show on Saturday, May 7th at 2 p.m. at Stageworks Theater in San Francisco. And now, let's watch this.
The Cinema Department at City College of San Francisco presents City Shorts in the Diego Rivera Theater. City Shorts presents skilled and innovative new filmmakers. Thursday, May 19th. Reception at 6 p.m., screening 7 p.m. San Francisco Main Campus, $4 admission. The 11th Annual Student Film Festival. Stir the embers, catch the fire. For more information, go to cityshorts.tumblr.com.
Say, Stephanie, have you ever thought about ways of making your house more energy efficient?
Well, I wouldn't know where to begin. I mean, experts are so expensive.
Actually, you could have the experts do it for free.
Rudy.
No. This is a factual statement. The Energy Service Corps will come in and do a home energy audit for free.
Energy what?
Don't worry about it. Our next guest, Catherine Builder, she's here to tell us all about it.
Okay. Hi, Catherine. Welcome to the show.
Thanks so much for having me.
It's a pleasure to have you here. So, Catherine, tell us, what is the Energy Service Corps?
Well, we are a statewide AmeriCorps program that works to improve energy efficiency in the community. So we educate both community members and students about energy efficiency and ways they can save energy. And we also go and do home energy audits and weatherize community buildings.
Wow, that's really nice. So, do you really do energy audits for free?
Yes, we do. So we go to people's homes and we go through a checklist and identify major energy savers and energy wasters. And then we work with clients to improve their energy efficiency. And we also provide free light bulbs and basic weatherization supplies.
That's really nice.
That's cool. Who's the faculty advisor for the Energy Service Corps?
Our advisor is Scott Manville, and he is also the coordinator for the Green and Sustainable Business Certificate.
Nice. Wait, what business is that?
Rudy, that's actually part of the report that Jordan Fowler did for us, and it's coming up next.
Nice.
So, Catherine, thank you once again for joining us in the studio today. We wish you all the best. Let's check out Jordan Fowler at the Green Festival.
We're like Silicon Valley, we are now becoming Green Valley, and many of the startups in the new green economy are located here.
San Francisco businesses are going green, and San Francisco City College is joining the cause. CCSF offers 3 certificate programs in green and sustainable practices: the Green and Sustainable Business Certificate Program, the Green and Sustainable Small Business Certificate Program, and the Green and Sustainable Travel Program. I had the opportunity to sit down with Scott Mandeville to talk to him about 2 of the programs there at CCSF. So for the certification program, when did it begin and who started it?
The program started about 3 years ago with a grant from PG&E that was gotten by Stephen Glick, the former dean of the College of Business. To complete the certificate, you need to complete 5 classes. There are 2 green business classes, a general business class, and then they have a choice of quite a number of electives. The 2 green business classes are Introduction to Green Business, where we look at an overview of all the different segments of industry and what their environmental profiles are. And then the second class is Green and Sustainable Organizational Practices, where we kind of look internally, department by department within a company.
For students like Sunny Shao and Jenna Mixon, the program is about getting the training they need for the jobs of the future.
I have a lot of friends that are actually in the green energy field, and during the economic downturn, they were still making tons of money and their businesses were actually growing, and I was like, wow, I really need to get into that.
My major is business, so I'm thinking about how can I make these two kind of topic related as one new field. So that's program new green business. Think about, oh, this is the right one I want to take. That's why I got involved with the green business program.
So in terms of your future, you are a student, you are learning about the green industry, and you want to get involved. So where do you see yourself in the future?
After getting my certificate at City College, I'm hoping to transfer to the environmental economics program at Berkeley, and then I want to work for the Environmental Protection Agency.
I got the job, so I can work at Global Exchange and do the green alternative with China and do the China-US exchange. So I'm really, really lucky.
By helping them prepare for new developments in the business world, the Green and Sustainable Business Program at City College is giving students the tools they need to stay on top of all the latest and greatest moves in San Francisco. With our city's reputation as the center of the green universe, it is no wonder that students are taking such interest in such important programs. For IDTV, I'm Jordan Fowler.
Rudy, have you noticed that consumers are buying more goods from local farms?
Yeah, actually, I've noticed a bunch of the boxes being delivered to apartment buildings all the time.
Yeah, IDTV paid a visit to Clark Summit, a local example of a sustainable farm located up in Tamales Bay.
Tamales Bay, nice.
Yeah, and the animals are grass-fed. They free range and all live together. Cows, chickens, pigs.
That's pretty Orwellian.
Huh?
The author, George Orwell, he warned us about this. It starts with free ranging, then they boot the farmer out, then the pigs start walking upright, then they take Box of the horse, they send him to a glue factory, and then...
Rudy, Animal Farm is an allegory, a political fable, and Clark Summit is a real farm, and they're doing great things.
I'm sorry, I don't know, I just had a whole flashback to my freshman English class, and just, it was a big thing. You don't want to read the book report, trust me. Let's move on to Clark Summit. Let's see what they're doing.
Here today we are at Clark Summit Farm to check how farming can be sustainable. Let's visit with Liz Cunningham.
I'm Liz Cunningham, and this is my farm, Clark Summit Farm, and my husband Dan Bagley and I have been running this business for 10 years. It's been in my family for 3 generations, almost 100 years. Come on, chickens! Come on, chickens! Come on, chickens!
So we have different types of animals here in your farm, very different types. And why did you choose to mix all the animals like this?
Well, it's better for the pastures, and it's better for the animals, I think. And also, we're really basically going back to the way farmers farmed 80 years ago. What we're modeling it after is keeping a farm small and sustainable. We are very diversified. We have chickens, we have organic laying hens, and we have grass-finished beef, and we've got pastured pigs. And all our animals are out in the open on pasture, truly free range. Cows are completely grass-fed. They eat. They just graze on the pasture. We supplement them with hay in the winter. Pigs probably only consume about 15–20% of their diet from the grain. The rest is from the way and the pasture and hay. Chickens probably consume 60–70% of the grain as their diet. When the grasses are green for 6 months out of the year, they're eating a lot of grass. Organic grain, it consists mainly of soy, wheat, and corn. We're sustainable, I guess, because we grow as much of our pasture to feed our animals as we can. What we do bring in is local, like the grain is milled locally. It's not grown locally because California doesn't grow a lot of grains. But the whey is local. It just comes from a small little artisan creamery just down the road. The animals, drop their manure on the soil, and if you have a variety of species doing that on your pastures, it's a lot better for your pastures. This is really beautiful country out here. It's really prime pasture area because we're very moderate climate, being so close to the ocean. My true goal is I want to see these beautiful countrysides stay in small farms.
Now the lights on. I just might not ever make another song because it's serious. No time for gimmicks. Mi tierra es mi vida. Put your hands up if you feel this. Yo me recuerdo de chamaco caminando con mi abuela. Ella me decía que la tierra es mi amiga. Demanden unidad, respeto, paz y dignidad por todo el humano, madre tierra y animal. Caminaré, caminaré.
I got phone calls from some friends of mine who watch show #1 on YouTube.
Ah, that's true. After we are on EATV, you can find us on YouTube. I think if you search Greatest Show Ever, we're the first one that pops up.
Right, so in a way, we are archived.
You're right.
Right, being archived means that 500 years from now, someone may search for IDTV 2011 Show 2, and boom, we come alive.
Immortality.
Right, well, IDTV visited the Internet Archive, an incredible open-source digital library located right here in San Francisco for a behind-the-scenes look. Rudy, how many books besides Animal Farm do you own?
Besides Animal Farm? I mean, is there any other book worth owning? No, hundreds and probably thousands of comic books.
Well, the Internet Archive has almost 3 million books in their digital library and lots of other media. Let's take a look.
The Internet Archive aims to preserve our cultural history and artifacts, and we have a vast collection of materials on archive.org. One of the ones that I was able to work on and I'm very proud of is the John Adams collection from the Boston Public Library. One of our early presidents, we had his entire library from when he was a child to his older days, and he was a prolific note-taker. This collection was kept in an air-conditioned room behind lock and key and glass, and we were able to put that online and make it available to everybody.
Hi, my name is Brewster Kale. I'm founder of the digital library called the Internet Archive. I founded this with Bruce Gilliatt back in 1996 to build a digital library, a modern equivalent of the Library of Alexandria, the Library of Alexandria version 2. The idea is to have all books, all music, all video, all web pages, all software ever produced by people, and make that available to everybody, anybody that wants it anywhere for free.
The Internet Archive has over 2 million books online, and to do that we had to partner with amazing library institutions all around the world. We have 23 scanning centers, including one right here in San Francisco. This is our San Francisco Scanning Center, one of 23 operated by the Internet Archive. At this scanning center, we're digitizing books and microfilm Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. till midnight. Let's take a look at how it all happens. This is one of our scanning machines. We call it a scribe. And when I say scanning, maybe that's a bit of a misnomer. What we're actually doing is taking pictures of the text with these high-res digital cameras. Another interesting thing about our scanning machine is this floating cradle. As you can see, the angle exerted on the book itself is pretty gentle. We aim to scan all our materials non-destructively. Another media type we digitize is microfilm, prominent in the 70s for archiving newsprints, periodicals, genealogical materials. We're very happy to digitize and put this online so that researchers and your average patron don't have to go to the material itself, but can now have access via an internet connection.
The Internet Archive can be really useful to the students and professors and community of the City College and beyond as free hosting. Is a place to go and put your creative works to have it be permanently available. So we take, say, videos like this one, and we'll put it on the Internet Archive and continue to transmute it into the new video formats so that when the iPhone came out, we made it sure that all the videos that had been uploaded were recoded to work on those formats. So it's a place to put things that are permanent, that other people can have access to, and also to draw from, so that if you have new productions you want to go and use, it's a place to find inspiring books, music, videos that you can go and reuse, free stock footage, all sorts of fun and interesting things. So an archive.org is this sort of free resource. The other is openlibrary.org. Openlibrary.org is kind of a Wikipedia of books. So you can actually get to go and download and see and read books that are current books as well as old books and be able to have access.
Oh no, Rudy! Not another flashback?
No. This isn't about Animal Farm.
Then what is it?
This is about the Rams, the CCSF men's basketball team. They just won the state championship for the first time in 49 years.
Really? So Rams do roll?
Yes, absolutely. Can Racine reports on it next on Best of SF. Take it away, Can.
Thanks, guys. Today on Best of SF, we'll talk about our very own CCSF men's basketball team. For the first time since 1962, CCSF men's basketball team has won the state championship trophy. The thrilling and exciting game between CCSF and Citrus College in Ventura really caught people's attention. With only 2.4 seconds left, UCLA-bound Deanne Parker tipped in Jonathan Williams' missed jumper to lead the Rams over Citrus College 83-81. Earlier, I talked to the team about an exciting victory.
The first practice, we knew we had something. We knew that we had a team that can get right back there and get it done. The first practice. The last second tip-in by Deanne Parker is probably the lasting memory. That's when it was a tie game. And there's been a lot, but that's the one that kind of, when I think of the championship, I think of how close we were, and then it was anybody's ball, and this guy jumps up and tips the ball back in to win the whole game.
Unbelievable feeling, so just for me to be even in a position like that to tip the ball in. I did tell Coach during the timeout that if it comes off, I'm going to tip it in. So even just to have that whole story to go with it, this is great.
Everybody worked hard, everybody was dedicated, made it to practice all the time. We all worked together, we were all really cool off the court as well. And we just came together and had that one goal, and we all headed for it, and ended up with it.
I think it was our competitive drive. We never wanted to lose. We didn't lose, we just wanted to win.
When you're able to be really good friends with somebody and also have that competitive with somebody, they going out there to compete as brothers, it means a lot more than just winning a basketball game. You're winning it with somebody you actually care about, you love.
The Rams finished the season 32-1 and 12-0 in the conference, and Fred Sturdivant was the tournament MVP. Ironically, the Rams also defeated Citrus College 49 years ago for the state championship title, and so history repeats itself. That wraps up this edition of The Best of SF. When we come back, Rudy will interview singer-songwriter Mira. Don't go away.
Welcome to another edition of SF Songwriters, where we highlight some of the best local talent the Bay Area has to offer. Today we have with us the First Lady of Indo R&B Soul, Mira Veda, a songstress with her very own Bay Area to Bollywood fusion. Thanks for joining us on IDTV.
Thank you for having me.
So, being born to a strict religious family, how did your journey into mainstream music happen?
Mostly from listening to the radio and listening to all of the pop acts and, you know, the R&B acts that were playing on the radio. So, you know, I was really influenced by the culture around me.
Nice. Well, speaking of culture, how does your cultural background influence your music?
It actually influences my music immensely. Just having the diversity of all these influences coming into my life, whether it was my mom, you know, playing Bollywood music when I was younger, or, you know, the traditional hymns that I had to learn, all of this kind of, you know, made a big soup of things that I could pull out.
So the album is In Love Again. It's available everywhere on iTunes, available on your website, mirasmusic.com. So get it today. That's show number 2. I had a blast.
Me too. I wish we did the show every day.
Every day, every second of the year.
I know, right? But we'll be back next month with show number 3, and that's a factual statement.
I concur. All right, Mira, take us out.
Some tears and my laughter. Every day you live and everything you give, it all matters. Creation, disaster, everything after runs together. Silent treasure, yeah. Everything matters. Slip on my Gucci pumps, I'm floating my lip gloss, and I get going, sipping softly on my coffee with a peppermint shot. Walk into summer, she looks older, seems much younger. Ooh, her glance with that smile makes my day a bit different now, yeah. Everything matters, and my tears and my laughter. Every day you live and everything you give, it all matters. Creation, disaster, everything after runs together. Silent treasure, yeah. Everything matters. Up the phone and it's my sister. Talked about shoes, how much I miss her. Hanging with her and the family so far away. Look outside, the clouds are moving, people changing, our loves remaining. Like a movie playing our part. Everything matters, tears and my laughter. Every day you live and everything you give, it all matters. Creation, disaster, everything after runs together. Silent treasure, yeah. Everything matters. Everything matters. Everything you do comes back to you. Everything you do